Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here to talk about Kentucky's College World Series game today, Elimination game, and didn't go their way. Unfortunately, their season's over. They lose 15-4 to Florida, and they never really had a chance in this game. They took an early 1-0 lead in the first inning, and then it all went downhill after that. Florida got 7 runs in that first inning, and they really did Kentucky in. They just didn't play the same they've had all year. The pitching fell apart, but it was still a historic season, and I think Nick Mingione there, they built a good program. I think future will be bright. Hopefully, Kentucky can have this good of a season next year, maybe even make it farther in Omaha. But they were part of the final 5 teams. So, but they just ran out of gas at the end. Some of the guys that have really produced all year just didn't here, but sometimes it happens. But I feel like where they lost this game was when they started Dominic Neiman. He started off the year good, but his last few games were horrible, and he only recorded 1 out in that first inning. I thought they should have started maybe Trey Posher. I know it would have been a few days rest, but I would rather have seen him out there than Dominic Neiman. But what a year. It was a great season. Hopefully they can build on it. Yeah, I'm disappointed they lost here 15-4 and didn't at least maybe try to play another game tonight, but Florida got hot at the right time, and Kentucky's offense just wasn't good enough in this series. Just these last few games. But gonna keep my head up because I think they'll be good next year. Hopefully next year the team will still be good. But I do want to complain about one thing in a second. Tennessee fans, I mean, obviously they hate Kentucky because, we're rivals, but they're going to be some of the most immature fan base I've ever seen. Yeah, celebrating our loss. Like, focus on your own team. Focus on your run in the Final Four. Something, they actually made a Final Four for once in something. But as I wanted to mention, hopefully Kentucky can keep recruiting, developing players. It was a great season. Disappointed they didn't show up these last 2 games. But just 2 big innings from Florida today. That first inning. It was that first inning. And then that 5th inning. 7 runs in the first. And then 5 in the 5th. That's really where Kentucky lost. Getting up those big innings. And like I said, Dominic Neiman shouldn't have been the one to start this game. But we're eliminated from a College World Series contention, but just an uncharacteristic loss to the flaming hot Gators, and the Cats go 1-2 in their first College World Series and closing the year 46-16. Just an amazing year. In Florida, they got hot at the right time. There's just a difference. Some of these teams have more MLB caliber players than Kentucky. They just have more MLB caliber players. And when you're running into teams like that can hit well, like Florida, their offenses come alive. And when you face offenses, they're really patient. Hit the ball hard. It's going to be hard to beat teams like that, especially when your offense that's really done things it's done all year just doesn't come alive in the postseason. And the pitcher for Florida, Pierce Capola, went 5 innings, 4 hits, 400 runs, 3 walks, struck out 9. So, yeah, he gave the 4 runs, but he struck out 9 batters over 5 innings. And he had a 90 already had in this game. But what fantastic. They were a joy to watch all season. And they exceeded expectations this year. Yeah, it didn't end how we wanted. But I'm so happy to see the success they had this year. I want to thank Coach Mingione and the fans of Kentucky, because they would show out to those games and support the team, and it'd be a fun atmosphere. And I think it'll be exactly like that next season. I think they can get this team even better. it's not the way anyone wanted the season to end, but even with the disappointment today, I just want to celebrate the team. Now we have been there, and now we know what it feels like to be there, and hopefully come back next time. Maybe next season, make it again and win. But what an impressive season. They had so many good hitters this year. Waldschmidt, he drew 3 walks in this game. Petrie had a home run. Lopez drove in 2 runs. It sucks they lost, but just glad they even made it this far. For the pitching, Dominic Neiman went .1 innings pitched, 3 hits, 5 earned runs, no walks, struck out 1. Cameron O'Brien, 1.2 innings pitched, 2 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Robert Hogan, 2.0 innings pitched, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Jackson Nove, 0.2 innings pitched, 1 hit, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, 1 strikeout. Ryan Hagenau, 0.1 innings pitched, 2 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, 1 strikeout. Johnny Hummel, 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 earned run, no walks, 1 strikeout. You gave up that homer to Jack Canglione. Travis Smith, 1 inning, 1 hit, no earned runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. And Ben Cleaver, 1 inning, no hits, no earned runs, no walks, and 2 strikeouts. So, besides our last 2 pitchers, every other pitcher for Kentucky gave up a run. We talked about Florida's starter, Jake Clemente, went 2 innings, 1 hit, no earned runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts. And Alex Philpott, 2 innings, no hits, no earned runs, no walks, and 3 strikeouts. So the bullpen combined 4 innings, 1 hit, and struck out 7. Florida's pitching was excellent. Struck out 16 Kentucky batters today. So Kentucky struck out a lot in this game. So yeah, we'll go over the hitting stats now. We'll go over Florida with the winners. Jack Canglione was 2 for 2. An RBI, solo homer, 3 walks, 3 runs scored. He should be the first pick in the MLB draft. This upcoming MLB draft. Hitting .418, 545 on base. Dude's excellent. Cade Kirkland, 1 for 4, 2 RBIs. Tyler Shelnutt, 1 for 5, an RBI. Colby Shelton, 2 for 4, walking an RBI. Luke Heyman, 3 for 5, 3 RBIs. Ashton Wilson, 1 for 3, 2 RBIs. Dale Thomas, 1 for 5. Brody Dene, 3 for 5, 5 RBIs. Had a grand slam and a solo homer, which was like 117 off the bat. And Michael Robertson, 0 for 5. Their pitching was excellent. And they have high ERAs too, and they shut down Kentucky really, for the most part. Besides Kentucky getting 1 run in the one in the first, 1 in the fourth, and 2 in the fifth. Other than that, Florida's pitching was pretty good. For Kentucky, Waldschmidt 0 for 1, 3 walks, 2 runs scored. Petrie 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. Nicholson 0 for 4. Lopez 2 for 3, 2 RBIs. I'm not going to go over the pinch hitters because fuck that. Mitchell Daly 1 for 3. Burks 0 for 3. McCarthy 0 for 2. McCoy 0 for 1 and a walk. Smith 0 for 2. Herrera 0 for 2. Krittenberger 0 for 2. Some of the pinch hitters I went over. But yeah, Kentucky loses 15-4. Their season's over. But I'm still happy they had a really good year and even made it this far, because that's their first trip. They never made it here. But maybe they'll know what it feels like. Come back here next year. Just recruit more guys, develop players. But yeah, it's all to say here. Until next time, Apple Light. Peace.